I'm here because I just had a newborn baby.
Congrats.
He's 2 months old. Also, I have a 19-year-old, and so I'm here to figure out if he's the father of my 2-month-old, but we also have questions about if he is the father of my 19-year-old.
Oh, wow. Why does he have questions about the 19-year-old?
Because 20 years ago, we were friends. We weren't in a relationship. I was younger, and I ended up having a baby. We lost touch, and then I found him 4 years ago. We got married, divorced, and now we have a baby.
Got it. So when you got back together is when he found out about the 19-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. So what was that like?
For me, it was like kind of confusing, you know, and I didn't want to really put it to my daughter, but I had to tell her because I don't want to keep nothing from her. So now it's just like she didn't even want to be tested at first. And so it was very hard, and now she's a little older, and so now we're ready.
Okay. Jerrold is also questioning your 2-month-old Carter?
Yes.
How does that situation make you feel?
It makes me feel real bad because he knows that this is his baby. But he's like, oh, I don't know if it's my baby. And I think it's more or less of what he does that makes him insecure with our relationship.
What do you mean what he does?
Like, he will get into it. He'll put me out. He calls me names. It gets bad.
Oh, wow.
It's like we'll be on 2 weeks, off 2 weeks.
So that's why you said earlier that you were married and divorced in this 4-year period?
Yes.
Got it. And so what's your status right now? Divorced still?
Well, we were together last night, so.
Okay.
So we together.
You're together, okay.
In my eyes. I don't know in his eyes, but in my eyes, we're
But this is
together.
the cycle y'all kind of go through?
Yes.
Back and forth?
Yes.
Last night, who initiated the hookup?
She woke me up.
I woke him up. I woke you up.
You went to
in the
sleep.
bed?
You went to sleep drunk.
I did.
So I went to sleep. I went to sleep. And then you came and woke me up.
I didn't wake you up. I got in the bed. You started touching me, baby. Don't play with me.
You was already in the bed.
I got under the sheet and you got
I was already under the sheet.
Please don't act like that you just in the room with me and you ain't.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna stay. We did.
How often do y'all argue about infidelity? Every day.
Now, I wouldn't say every day, but I'll say every 3 weeks. You know why?
No.
She creates the drama. I can, for no reason, no other, she'd come out the sky blue, start argument. Oh, you're doing this, you're doing this,
I'm not a drama
and then she find a reason to
I don't like drama. I'm a loving person. I'm a Cancer. I'm a loving person. I like to have fun.
That's good if you got imagination.
I am not with the drama.
That's not the truth. That's not true. She's a drama queen.
If that's the case, I would have been in jail before. I would have had felonies. I would have had warrants. I don't have any of that.
That's because most men are too prideful to call the police on a woman.
Can I ask you a question about your 19-year-old daughter, Christina? Do you believe she's yours?
Yes.
You do?
I'll say in some ways, yes.
In some ways?
Yes.
So in some ways means no,
that
you
don't. Even make sense.
I'm gonna say, she have some of my features, she has some of my mannerisms, and that makes me wonder.
Let me ask you this, do you get along with Christina?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat, what do you mean?
I
can't get a direct answer out of you yet.
What I'm saying is, I don't really know her. We never had a chance to bond. Ever since when we first met, it was like, you know what I'm saying, she was 15 years old. You come in talking about, this your daddy. You know what I'm saying? She looking at me like, who is you?
Okay,
right.
that makes sense.
Okay, that's true.
And let me be clear, I mispronounced her name. It's Christiana.
Yes.
Okay,
Christiana.
perfect, I got it. All right, so now I understand your relationship. And I want to meet your 19-year-old daughter, Christiana, and hear her side of the story. So let's welcome her to the show. She's beautiful.
Ain't she cute?
How are you?
I'm well, yourself?
You are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
So how has their relationship affected you?
Well, their relationship, I wouldn't say it really affected me. I feel like it more or less affected her and how she act. I feel like since she's met Jerrold, she has become more very like on edge all the time because they argue so much and it's just always a back and forth.
Do you think they should be together?
I feel like if the show works out and everything goes in their favor, maybe if they can come together, then that can be something. But other than that, it's too much arguing, it's too much fighting, it's too much violence to keep continuing this.
Do you witness his violence?
I have before. I've also came over to his house and have I've put Snickers in his tank, and I've busted his windshield before.
Oh,
They drunk.
so you don't get along.
She did that for him
No.
fighting
You don't get
on
along.
me.
Me and
fighting on
Jerrold,
you.
since I've met Jerrold, to be honest, I can say that I really have not been too very keen of him. We just always clashed from the very beginning. Since he came into my life, since I met him, it wasn't more or less like trying to get to know me, more or less. It was just like straight in, like, you know what I mean?
When I came in, she was dating an older man. And I
She's
had a
still
problem
dating
with
an
it.
older man.
And
That's
I
the
had a
only man
problem with
she's
it.
been with.
She was
I
a
had
teenager
problem with
dating
it
a
at
grown
first,
man.
but I did not want
So
my
yes,
daughter.
I had a problem with it.
And then, okay,
you-
but that don't have nothing to do with you. That's not none of your concern.
Hold up, when y'all got together 20 years ago, wasn't she young dating an old man?
Yes.
Who? Because y'all age differences.
you.
We 10 years
Clock
different.
it.
So-
But she
Clock
was
it.
20-something, 30-something. We were
So
both,
that's what I'm saying.
We were
Y'all-
both adults. She was nice. She was 17 years old.
Okay.
Dating a man that's
I'm
in his
not
almost,
excusing her, saying,
you know what I'm saying, dating a grown man.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
And this man right here, do you want him to be your father?
Well, if I'm speaking on our history as of right now, no. It's just, I feel like it was just more or less like we met each other too late, if anything. I was already grown, and I was already old. So it was just like when he came into my life, it was just like, okay, like you're just another man my mom's dating. It wasn't more or less like a fatherly figure.
Got it. Christiana, let me ask you this. How you feel about the fact that we're unlocking their phones?
Ooh, I mean, that's very messy. Don't get me wrong, I've been around my mom, so I really know that she was not necessarily talking to a variety of men.
But I mean more so the fact that you know how toxic these two are together and they still trying to unlock each other's phone. How you feel about that?
Like he said, I am with an older man. We do have a 21-year age gap. So we have been through a lot, and I do feel like I've picked up some traits from my mom and Jerrold, and I always tell my mom I always see me and her as the same and him and Jerrold as the same in different ways, though. But like
You heard that?
unlocking the phone.
Do you really want your daughter to be going through the same relationship you're going through right now? No. Okay. I'm gonna ask you too. Do you want her to be going through the same relationship y'all going through?
I don't want none of my kids to mimic what they see. I strive.
But you know
for them to
they
be
are.
better.
You just heard it out of her mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll unlock your phone. And Misty, we're gonna start with you. Jerrold, you want to know if Misty has explicit photos of other men. She says she does not. My unlock the phone investigator searched her photos and found that Misty is telling the truth. Jerrold, you want to know if Misty has been receiving money from other men after the baby was born. She says she's not. My unlock the phone investigator searched her apps and found that she's telling the truth. Jerrold, you want to know if Misty has been communicating with other men. She said she's not. My unlock the phone investigator searched her DMs and found that Misty is not telling the truth. We found one suspicious text exchange between Misty and another man on Facebook from November 11th. We noticed she did ask him for money, but there was no evidence that that was sent. Right. But at November 11th, y'all weren't together.
Right.
So, don't matter.
Right.
How do you feel about those results?
We wasn't together November 11th?
No.
Okay.
You just put me out 2 weeks ago with my baby. Don't act like
put
we
you
were
out 'cause
together 2 weeks ago.
you got out the car in front of my house
No,
with
you
another
wa-
man.
We don't have to go back and forth with that. All right, so Jerrold, let's unlock
Yes,
your
I
phone.
did. We were.
Jerrold, we need to go back and forth with that. Y'all were not together.
Right.
Jerrold, we unlocked your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Misty, you want to know if Jerrold has been talking to other women explicitly on social media?
Yes.
He said he's not. My unlock the phone investigator searched his DMs and found that Jerrold is telling the truth. Misty, you want to know if Jerrold is receiving inappropriate photos from women of other ethnicities? Jerrold says he's not. My unlock the phone investigator searched his photos and found that Jerrold is not telling the truth. We found 12 photos explicit in nature, and Jerrold sent one photo of himself to a woman weeks ago on 11/14, and then most of the women were Asian.
But was we not together? Was we not together?
I guess we would.
Yeah, with your nasty self.
Get
That's
tired
against
of-
the
I
law when
don't
me
wanna
and
be
send
home
pictures
alone.
too.
I get tired of being
Yeah,
home alone.
you're gonna be now.
Misty,
I
you
don't
want to know
care.
if Jerrold sent any explicit message to other women in the 4 years they've been together? Jerrold says he did not. My unlock the phone investigator searched his text and found that Jerrold is not telling the truth. 249 messages on WhatsApp. Jerrold has been asking for
I wanna
local
see 'em.
hookups. in his area.
I want to see him.
In this area?
No, in his area, local area. You want to see him? We got them all printed.
I want to see him.
This is stuff.
I want to see him. I want to see because I want to know.
We got it. It's not nothing to see. He about to pull it up.
Right. 249 though?
249 what?
So these are inappropriate photos
I
of
wanna see
girls.
those.
I will. I'm gonna give them to you backstage. The only reason I'm not gonna give them to you right now is just because your daughter's out here. These are all messages that were sent by you. We printed every single last one.
I want to see him.
Jerrold, cut it out. Cut it out.
Right. You said that, so you know.
Having them.
Why you
don't
playing
know.
crazy?
Like you been having them.
Yes, he knew. He knew
I
what
like
he
to prove
already
that.
knew.
Prove it.
And I'm just glad that he came because I wanted this closure. Not just the.
I'm glad to get the closure if that's the case, because I'm tired of getting played.
Thank you.
You got a degree
Thank
in playing
you.
me for 4
Boy,
years.
please.
You playing me for 4
this
years,
evidence
man.
bag is
Whatever.
a phone book. So,
It's a phone book.
yeah, it is a phone book. What's more important to me right now is because we already can see how toxic this relationship is. I think it's time to really unlock the DNA truth. That is more important. Because there are...
You sent them. You seen them already.
There
So
are
what do you want to
two-
see?
We're going to focus now on the DNA truth.
Yes, please.
There is 2 children now that you are in question if they are yours or not.
Somewhat. I believe that my son is my son.
But Christiana, you do not believe.
Only reason saying is because the absence.
Got it.
Same way with my son. Relationship, she been so every time you turn around, she leaving. Every time you turn around, she find a reason to go.
Because look,
But
he got a phone book.
but I want to be clear. You don't want him to be your father.
No, I don't care for it. It's not gonna it's not gonna change nothing.
I understand. Okay. Well, in this envelope here, we have the DNA truth for your 2-month-old first.
Yeah, that's my baby.
He's giving you the side eye right now.
Right, okay.
So this is not my truth to open, Jerrold. This is your truth to open.
All right. Well, in my heart, I do believe that this is my child. The questions I do have, like I said, suspicions I do have is because it's a lot of absentees in the relationship. It's a lot of in and out. It's a lot of up and down. It's a lot of on and off.
Ain't no relationship. You on WhatsApp. Open that test.
Again,
Run
like
it.
Like I said. So without a doubt, I believe that's my son. So I'm going to open this, and this going to say the same, what I know. Cartier is your biological son. I knew that. I knew that, though.
Told ya.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that.
Okay.
Like I said, yeah. And I'm glad that's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in this envelope is the DNA truth for you, Christiana.
Okay.
He came into your life when you were 15, as you found out that the man who was in your life was not your father. And you were told this is your father, and it's been a cantankerous relationship ever since. And I know it's affected you more than you can even realize.
Yeah.
And so I think this truth you deserve to open so that you can start to understand if this is your father and how this relationship will work.
I mean, I'm nervous to open this because it's like, it's not gonna change nothing, but then again, it's like, okay, I guess I got closure that I was looking for. It's just, I don't know.
I know it's a difficult situation, but we're here to support you and we can do this.
All right. Jerrold is not your biological father.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel about that?
I kind of knew.
You kinda know.
It was like when me and Jerrold got together 4 years ago. I thought it, he thought it. And then it's like, I thought it, he thought it. And then it's like, I don't know. I wanted it to be, you know, because we got the baby now. So I wanted it to be, but it is what it is.
Well, Christiana, how are you feeling right now?
I mean, I guess it's a bit of a relief to find out that he's not my father, but now it's like, it's another question like, okay, well, then who is?
Who is your father? Okay. The unfortunate part in this is that there can't be a clean split here because you two still have to co-parent this 2-month-old child that you have together. And that actually is sad for me because I wish that there was a clean break here. So what I'm going to do is, since we know that this is not your daughter, you've gotten your answer about your son. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to speak to these two ladies alone. This is where the reason I got this show and why I do this show. I was exhausted by this whole interaction between you two the entire time. It was beneath you. As a woman, it was beneath him as a man.
Yes.
It was beneath you as your age,
Yes.
to be honest with you.
Yes.
But the reason that I'm most concerned is because you kept saying you want closure from him, and what closure you need to get is for this young woman here.
Right.
I want you to look at your daughter. I am never going to tell you that you are not a good mother, but I'm telling you right now, you are not setting the right example. I'm sorry for the example and the life that you've had. And I'm sorry that you have not had the guidance that you deserve. I'm sorry that you've had to witness this. I'm sure it's caused you to think to yourself, where do I fit in this world? Question who loves me, your own worth. But the person whose job it was to make sure that those things were healing was your job. And because you were so focused with a man that you know is toxic, because you haven't healed yet, I asked you earlier, did you want your daughter to go through these? And you said no. But look at your daughter right now. She is trying to be as strong and as beautiful, and you are doing that. But she needs her mother to step up and be a mother. She just said on the stage that her relationship with this older man mimics your relationship, and for the past 4 years, y'all been talking about how it mimics. That's not okay for you to do. This is not your friend. This is your child. And if she's coming to you and telling you that her relationship mimics yours, that's not a chance for y'all to bond. That's a chance for you to cut that off.
Yeah, and actually that's what is, you know.
I don't want to hear it right now.
Yeah.
I don't. Because your daughter is in tears right now. Talk to your mother right now as a strong, articulate woman you are, and tell her what you need.
I just want you to be there for me. I just want you to really to be there for me, like physically, emotionally, like I do feel what you're saying, Karamo. I do feel like my mom is one of my friends. And it's so sad because I want that. Like I want a mother and daughter relationship and I want my father. And it's just so
Look at your daughter and tell her you're going to try to put her first.
I'm going to put you first.
this is too much.
Have you ever asked your daughter what she needs?
Yes.
About what?
I always ask her what she needs. I try and help all of my children the best way I can. I have 8 children. I don't have just her.
I know you do. And I'm not, again, I told you at the beginning, I'm not going to discredit you as a mother.
Yes.
I will not do that.
Yes.
I'm saying that there's some learning that needs to happen.
Right, exactly.
But what did you say? That's why, because of the 8 kids, you don't want to...
That's why I don't blame her. That's why I try to be so strong for her and try to help her because I know it's hard.
So when I asked you if you ask her what she needs, it's these moments right here. It's not about the financial and stuff like that.
Right.
It's not about those things.
Exactly.
It's about what do you need emotionally? Are you afraid? Where do you see your future? What can I do to help you to be better? Those are the real questions you got to give her. I see you nodding your head because I know you need those. You can't go back to this. If you truly love your daughter, you cannot go back into this relationship.
Yes.
Do you want to model better for her?
Yes. Yes.
So what I want you to do is when we leave here, I want you to remember 2 things. First, you are still a kid, and it is not your responsibility to be her friend or to take care of your other siblings. Second thing I want you to do is when you feel yourself feeling confused, lost, unsure, or if she tries to talk to you like a buddy, you're going to say, Mom, I need you to model better. Those are going to be your key words for you to use so that she can wake up in those moments when she's doing this type of foolishness to know you're most important. And if you hear her say either of those things, that has to be your key, that no, no, no. I learned on Karamo's show that what I'm doing is not proper and I gotta listen to her.
Right.
That is the commitment that I want you to make to her. Say,
Yes.
I commit. If you say that, I will wake up.
I commit to wake up to be a model parent, a mother. I'm sorry.
I believe you can. I see the emotion, and I believe you'll have a good life. And I believe this that you've seen will not be your life. And I'm speaking that over you. Your life will be great. And I wish y'all the best of luck. I really do. I love y'all, and I'm so sorry.
Love you too. Sorry.
Okay?